Hello, this is Trent Smith with the National Weather Service in Missoula, Montana, doing the planning briefing for June 28th. Let's go over the quick weather matrix. We are still anticipating a fairly heavy rain event across all of the Northern Rockies, maybe not so much in extreme northwest Montana, but along the Continental Divide, plus some snow at the higher terrain. Across portions of north central Idaho into southwest Montana. That rain lingering on into Tuesday. Even though it's kind of green on Wednesday and Thursday, we are still looking at some showery conditions and maybe some thunderstorms returning late Friday and then mainly into Saturday time frame. So why don't we go and look at the weather models for tonight through Tuesday time frame. So what I have here is one model's depiction on how the precipitation will be moving through the Northern Rockies starting tonight and lasting through the Tuesday time frame. Again, this is just to kind of give you an overview on the way that the pattern will be changing. There's multiple models showing exactly where the heaviest precipitation is going to be. I'll try to go over that a little bit more detail, but I just wanted to give a sense on exactly how this whole system is going to be impacted in the Northern Rockies. So we're going to first start off with precipitation really starting to form in southwest Montana later today through the overnight hours, and that's just going to slowly build and predominantly become stationary as the showers predominantly move from the northeast to the southwest aspect. In this model's depiction, it's really showing that nice band setting up over north central Idaho into west central Montana and parts of southwest, with again a couple of different disturbances hitting the Grangeville area. The blue shading here is actually the precipitation turning over to snow. We're anticipating that later tonight into tomorrow morning. As you can see, that precipitation kind of just stays in north central Idaho before it starts moving across northwest Montana by Monday morning time frame. And again, exactly where these bands will set up is still a little bit uncertain. Again, this is just one model's depiction, but kind of just want to give you a sense on how this whole system is going to be evolving over the next several days. And then by Tuesday, we kind of get another push of showers as the system kind of moves out into eastern Montana time frame. This whole system is actually going to be bringing quite a bit of precipitation to the area. So how much precip are we anticipating? Well, this is just the general forecast that we have, that the heaviest precip again is going to be pretty much extending from kind of Grangeville, Riggins area of Idaho up through the Clearwater, Bitterroot mountain ranges, impacting a good chunk of west central and southwest Montana. Unfortunately, extreme northwest Montana, the Libby, Yak, Eureka area isn't going to get as much precipitation. Their values could actually be a little bit lower than what we're having forecasted, but the main area again is kind of this portion kind of centered around west central, southwest Montana down into north central Idaho. The black line here is the area of concern for flooding impacts, especially as small streams and creeks out of the mountain area. So currently we do have numerous flood watches out for a good chunk of the Northern Rockies. It's really this area of concern, kind of around Drummond, the high terrain around the southern Ravalli County, Granite County, Deer Lodge, and Silver Bow, that the models are really hinting at that they could actually have the biggest impact from this event. The small creeks there have a pretty high potential of experiencing some floodings by Monday night into the Tuesday time frame. Going off of that, this depiction here is of all the models kind of blended together, kind of trying to highlight where the heaviest precipitation is. So what we have plotted here is what is the probability of greater than an inch of rain in a 24-hour window. This 24-hour window is looking at tonight through Monday, the 24 hours starting at 6 p.m. Sunday night and going until 6 p.m. Monday evening. So Looking at that, and we're getting upwards to 90 to 100% of the models are indicating that the areas of purple are going to exceed the 1 inch rainfall amount in that time frame. So that's why we're really kind of highlighting that southern Ravalli County, Granite County, Deer Lodge, and parts of Silver Bow. In that area. There are concerns kind of over in the southern part of Idaho County, but just due to the vegetation and the remoteness, I don't know how big the impacts are actually going to be, but that is an area of concern. But really the mountains of southern Granite and Deer Lodge County will definitely have some pretty good impacts, especially since Warm Springs is actually flowing at about 90% of normal, so they're actually flowing pretty high at this moment. And then Flint Creek and some of the other creeks out of the Sapphires and the Anaconda Pitler Range. So what kind of effects are we anticipating with this? Well, with all that rain falling in kind of that southern part of our forecast area, we are going to see some pretty dramatic rises on the Clark Fork River near Drummond. Is currently forecasted to go up to about 9.9 feet by the kind of Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning time frame. That this could potentially be overdone just due to the uncertainty exactly where that heaviest precipitation is going to be setting up. But with the current model runs, taking into account all the different precipitation probabilities, we are looking at a good rise on the Clark Fork at Drummond. It is going to go over flood stage. Exactly how high it's going to go up is where the uncertainty lies at the moment. Then looking at the Clark Fork above Missoula, the same thing. We are anticipating the river at the Clark Fork to go above flood stage by the Tuesday time frame. But exactly how high it's going to go, currently it's forecasted to go to 9.5 feet. There is some uncertainty. Again, it really depends on where that precipitation is going to be encountering. Is it going to be flowing into the Clark Fork river drainage, or is it going to be in a different river drainage? Time will only tell with that. But right now, with our best solutions, we are anticipating the Clark Fork, both at Drummond and above Missoula, to go above flood stage once again. Due to this increase of the southern Valley County, the streams and creeks feeding into the Bitterroot River is going to cause the Bitterroot to actually reach flood stage. The Bitterroot at Drummond will just barely tap into the flood stage probably by the Wednesday morning time frame, while Bitterroot at Bell Crossing is going to reach flood stage probably by Tuesday night and the Wednesday morning. Again, I can't highlight this enough that we are anticipating significant rises on rivers, but there is some uncertainty in exactly which rivers will have the biggest impacts. So please keep tuned with the weather, but our current forecast is indicating these kinds of rises occurring on the main stems. Due to the precipitation being predominantly across the southern portion of our forecast area, the rivers of Flathead County are not anticipated to go as high as previously discussed in one of our weather briefings, but they are going to see a significant rise, but we're not anticipating them to go above flood stage at this time. So as I made mention while I was going through that model, is that snow levels actually are going to fall pretty dramatically tonight into a Monday morning time frame. We have issued a winter weather advisory for parts of southwest Montana and Lemhi County. Predominantly areas above 6,500 feet will see snow fall, but accumulations are going to be predominantly 7,000 feet or higher. So Lost Trail will probably see some snow. They could probably get some light accumulations, but just due to the warmth of the roadways, it's going to be kind of hard to actually get snow accumulations on the roads themselves. While areas such as Williams Creek, Bannock Pass, and Lemhi Pass could actually have somewhat of an impact during this event. Williams Creek Summit, just outside of Salmon, has the potential to see upwards to 6 inches of snow during this event. So what does the weather look like for the rest of the week and into the next weekend? Well, there still is going to be a good chance of above normal precipitation. We're kind of going to stay under this cool, showery conditions through the middle part of next week, start warming up for the latter part. But every day we could see some showers and maybe even some thunderstorms again by Friday and the Saturday time frame. Whereas with the slight warm up, we should be back to seasonal temperatures. So again, we've got an equal chance of being normal, above or below normals. But again, with the slight warming for the latter part of the week and into the weekend, again, not seeing too much signatures, but definitely looking at it still being pretty active with precipitations and showers. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at the number on the screen or visit weather.gov/Missoula, or you can even go to our Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube channel. Thank you very much.